With me now in studio is Dr. Emily Landau. She's a senior research fellow with the Institute for National Security Study. Emily, thanks so much for being with us. Your thoughts on these photos and the story. This would be the second failed satellite launch using two different kinds of rockets, apparently,
yes.
Within just a few weeks. What does it indicate to you about Iran's space program?
Well, it means that Iran is continuing with its space program. Over the past decade, they have been able to launch satellites successfully into orbit, short-term orbit. This has happened. I think they also launched one with a monkey on it. So they have had some successes. This is a program that they're, putting a lot of time and energy into. And the concern here, of course, is that the same technology that's used in order to lift a satellite into orbit is the technology that you need in order to launch a long-range, what we call intercontinental ballistic missile.
That being said, Iran has said that these missile launches, that
right.
it's to launch communications satellites. Their position is that we are not violating any UN Security Council resolution at all. We're within the parameters. Are they right?
Right. Well, Iran says that it never worked on a military nuclear program as well. They deny that. So we know that Iran doesn't always tell the truth about what it's doing. And the problem here is that this is dual-use technology. It's the same situation with enriching uranium, right? You can enrich to legitimate levels for fuel for civilian nuclear reactors, or you can use those same centrifuges to continue to enrich to higher levels for fissile material for a bomb. How do you prove when you're enriching to low levels that you actually are preparing for the high levels? It's the same thing here.
On a basic level, I want to ask about its impact on Israeli security and Middle East security. It was apparently two different kinds of rockets that were launched. They could not reach the speeds really that were necessary in that last booster stage. What does it mean for, I guess, Israel or other Middle Eastern countries watching these launches that are not successful? Does Iran not have the power, the capability to get the satellite into orbit? Are they testing as they go here?
Well, again, this is the basis for possible ICBM technology. In other words, intercontinental ballistic missiles. This is a concern mainly for Europe and the United States. As far as Israel is concerned, Iran already has the Sigil missile. They've successfully tested this missile already almost a decade ago. This is a missile that has a range of 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers. It can reach Israel,
easily,
even parts of Europe. So as far as Israel's security specifically is concerned, this doesn't really matter. Iran already has the capability to fire missiles that can reach Israel. So that's why we see more concern coming from, by the way, Europe. They're finally waking up to the concerns here.
And is that why they're doing all these tests now, perhaps? They're so close together.
Well, they're doing it because they're working on it, and they can make the claim that it is legitimate civilian testing. But obviously, as I said, it's dual-use technology. When you're working on launching a satellite, same technology for a long-range ballistic missile. The United States is definitely concerned. Europe is getting more concerned.
All right, a lot of developing stories impacting Middle East security. Emily Landau, Mohammed Al-Qasim, thank you so much for your analysis here in the studio.